Hi everyone, welcome to another interesting lesson. In today's lesson, we want to simplify this radical expression. Solution. Now, the question implies square root of 98 plus 4 square root 6. To simplify this expression, we express this as a sum of simple square roots. So we equate this internal radical with a sum of simple square roots. And to do that, we assign u and v to be in the radical of that simple square root. So equating that with the simple square root and this internal radical, so this can now be written as square root of 98 plus 40 square root 6 is equal to square root of u plus square root of v. So this is what I mean by equating this, assuming a value of u and v. So this equal to this, then it implies that we can square both sides. So if we square both sides, we have this square and this squared. So doing this take away this. Okay, this square cancels out this square roots, and the left hand side becomes 98 plus 40 square root 6 with the right hand side, which can be expanded as u plus v plus 2 square root uv. Now here we can equate the rational part with this rational part and the radical part with this radical part. So it means that we have u plus v equal to 98. Let's call this equation 1. Likewise, we have 2 square root uv to be equal to 40 square root 6. So we eliminate this 2 by dividing both sides by 2. So this divide by this 1, here will be 20. So now we have square root of uv equal to 20 square root 6. So if we square both sides again, so this cancels out with this, we are left with uv at the left hand side, and that's equal to 20 squared, and this cancels out with this, multiplied by 6. So this gives us uv to be equal to 400. 20 squared equal to 400 multiplied by 6, and that is equal to uv equal to 2004. Let's name this equation 2. Now here, the next thing we need to do is from equation 1, from our equation 1 over here, we derive the value for b, or the expression for v, and equation 1 implies u plus v equal to 98. Then this implies that v will now be equal to 98 minus u. So we can substitute this, which we name equation 3, substituting equation 3 into equation 2. So we have u into 98 minus u, close the bracket, is equal to 2400. We multiply u to open the bracket. So we have 98u minus u square equal to 2400. We move this by rearrangement. We have 98u minus u square minus 2400 equal to 0. Now, if we rearrange this, then as well multiply it by minus 1. So what we then have will be u squared minus 98u then plus 2400. Everything will be equal to 0. Now here, this appears to be a quadratic equation. So if we assume u to be t, then we can transform this quadratic equation to t squared minus 98t plus 2400 equal to 0. Now from here, we can consider this discriminant d. First, to get the value of t. So we have discriminant d to be equal to square root of b squared minus 4ac, and this is equal to, from this quadratic equation, we have that we can derive our ABC of the discriminant. The A is appeared to be 1, coefficient of t squared, then B will be equal to minus 98, while C is equal to the constant, which is 2400. Now let's input this value into the discriminant. So that will become equal to square root of 98 squared minus 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 2400. So and this will give us minus 98 squared will be equal to square root of 9604 minus multiplying the whole of this, we have 9600. So this becomes square root. This subtract each other, we have 4, and square root of 4 is equal to 2. So now to find the value of t, so the discriminant d equal to 2. To now find the value of t, we have t will be equal to minus, open the bracket, minus 98, close the bracket, plus or minus 2. And that will be over 2 multiplied by 1. And this is equal to 98 plus or minus 2 over 2. So it implies that t has two value. T is either equal to 98 plus 2 over 2, which is equal to 100 over 2, and that will be given as 50, or t will be equal to 98 minus 2 over 2 is equal to 96 over 2, which is equal to 48 as our second value of t. So at t equal to u, it means u is equal to 50 or u is equal to 48. So from equation 2, which is uv equal to 2,400. Then we derive the value for v. Then v will now be equal to, we have 50, taking u equal to 50, we have 50v equal to 2,400. Then v will now be equal to 2,400 over 50, and that gives us the value for v, and that will be equal to, here 0 goes, cancel each other, 240 divided by 50, we have 48 to be the value of v. So when u is equal to 50, then our v will now be equal to 48. So it means from our earlier expression, we have square root of 98 plus 40 square root 6 is equal to our simple sum square root, that is square root v plus square root u plus square root v. Then for u equal to 50, we have square root of 50 plus v equal to 48 square root of 48, and this can be simplified as 25 square root of 25 multiplied by 2, and then square root of 16 multiplied by 3, and this is separated as square root of 25 square root of 2 plus square root of 16 square root of 3. Square root of 25 is equal to 5, then square root of 2. Square root of 16 is given by 4, and square root of 3. This then will be our final simplification. So it implies that square root of 98 plus 40 square root 6 is equal to 5 square root 2 plus 4 square root 3. This means that since our expression, this radical expression, is equal to this simplification, it does mean that we can express the whole given expression earlier as square root of 98 plus 40 square root 2, square root of 98 plus 40 square root 6 is equal to 98 into bracket plus 40 square root 6, close the bracket, to the fourth root is also written as square root of 5 square root 2 plus 4 square root 3. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel. like the video and share the video to your loved ones. And stay tuned, turn on notification bell for more interesting and educative lessons. See you. Bye for now.